How's it going, everybody? This is Phil. Man, here we go. The trailer for The Mandalorian is here. If you've been a subscriber for my channel now for some time, you know that I am very much looking forward to this. Jon Favreau seems to be just doing everything right. He's hitting all the right notes. He's drawing inspiration from the original trilogy. He's said yesterday in a video that I did that he's also looking towards Mad Max as inspiration. It's kind of going to be like a post-apocalyptic feel to this whole entire series. It's going to be gritty. It's going to be grimy. It's going to have a dark, freaky tone to it. He wants to get into the seedy underbelly of the crime world of Star Wars, which makes sense if you're dealing with bounty hunters. He said he was always fascinated by that cantina scene in the original trilogy and what was going on there in and around the story of before and after Luke Skywalker had shown up with Obi-Wan Kenobi and then they left. There's a lot more stories to be told in places like that, in dark corners of the galaxy. So finally, D23 is this weekend. It's going on right now, and the trailer dropped today. So without any more further ado, let's get right into this, because I have been really looking forward to this, and I am super excited. So let's get these headphones on and rock and roll. Did you hear that? Looks good. Looks really good. Very cinematic. Creed! Come on, Creed. It's good. The effects look good. I love the music. It just feels epic, you know, feels dangerous, important. Ship the Razor Crest.
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Oh!
Don't you agree?
Wow. Okay. I got goosebumps. I'm totally geeked. Oh, man. Okay. That looked awesome. Very cinematic. The one thing I was concerned about, you know, being a TV production, you don't want it to feel too small. And a lot of those shots were big and they felt epic. It didn't feel like they spared a lot of expense on the production. I think it's 8 episodes, $120 million budget. So it should have a pretty authentic cinematic feel for it. You could see it's kind of a dark, grimy world. It just feels kind of rough and harsh. I know that Greg Fraser, he is doing the cinematography. He worked on Rogue One, so a lot of people have many positive things to say about the look of Rogue One, so that is a good thing. And the other thing I noticed, if we go back to the very beginning of the trailer, when it hits and you see those helmets of the stormtroopers, and then the Mandalorian walks through that scene. When he walks by, you actually hear the sound of jangling spurs. So, you know, as far as people might not know, so when the amazing Ben Burtt, he is obviously responsible for a lot of the sound effects for the Star Wars universe. Darth Vader's breathing, the hum of a lightsaber, R2-D2's vocal pattern of beeps and buzzes and whistles. He added the jangling sound of spurs to Boba Fett in post-production when he was walking around in Cloud City, and that was a nice little audio touch he did to the character, just to kind of add more of a menacing presence to him and harken back to these lone gunfighter type characters that were found in old Western films. So that's a really nice touch, and that's something that I picked up right away, just as a fan of the character Boba Fett. And to me, the fact that that's something that they put in here, that nice little touch, that's proof that Jon Favreau is paying attention to the small details, and just little things like that. It just gives me the notion that he's very interested in having this feel as authentic to the original trilogy as possible. And even if people who watch this show and end up really enjoying it don't necessarily pick up on it, those little touches, those small details are there for the fans that do and will appreciate it. So there's no reason why you can't do something, create something, and have it feel real and authentic, and give little touches like that are fan service, but don't go over the way to do it and feel like they're trying to necessarily pander or make it doesn't feel cheap. It feels right because it's organic. It's a part of what these characters, what we know them to be. Now, of course, all of this needs to be a good story in the end, right? Because if it's not a good story, then it doesn't really matter. All of these nice little touches, these nice little nods, these callbacks to the original trilogy, what it looks like cinematically, all of that stuff can be fantastic. But if the story is weak and it just goes nowhere, then all of this will be for nothing. It'll be a $120 million wasted experiment. But I gotta give Favreau the benefit of the doubt right now. Everything he said, everything he's done, and everything I've seen looks to be the business. And I've said it before, I'm not thrilled with a lot of stuff that Disney has done since they've picked up the Star Wars franchise, since they purchased it from George Lucas years ago. And I certainly have immense disdain for The Last Jedi. But I think that there's, like I said the other day, there can exist projects within Disney Star Wars that get away from all of the bullshit, all of the politics, all of the agendas, and they succeed despite having to be produced under the Disney banner. So at the end of the day, when this series comes out, if it's a hit, I'm happy to look at it and say, you know what? This was really, really good. Jon Favreau knocked it out the park. There's Disney Star Wars, and now there's Favreau Star Wars, and I'm in the camp of Favreau Star Wars and looking forward to see what he does next in his property. He's already shooting season 2. I'm sorry, he's writing season 2. So, you got to feel like if Disney was making him compromise, because he did this show, it was his vision. He came to Disney. He said he wanted to do this. He had 4 episodes written in hand when he approached them. They didn't say, we want to do this show, and then approached him, and he said, okay, I'll take it. This was his idea. This was his baby. So for people who are kind of worried if Disney's going to get their fingerprints on it and make him kind of yield and mold this project into something that he didn't want. He said up front that it was important for him to have this be the story that he wanted to tell. It had to be his vision, and he didn't need to stick around if that wasn't going to be the case. He could have walked away at any moment. So the fact that he's still around, he's writing season 2, that kind of gives me the feeling that they let him do what he wanted to do for the most part, and that's a good thing. So I'm feeling very good about this. I'm very optimistic, and I can't wait. I can't wait for November 12th. I don't think I'm necessarily going to be a Disney Plus subscriber, but I'll find a way to see it. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think down below. Are you excited about this? What did you think? Man, that scene at the end where he pulls him in the door. Holy shit. That was sick. I remember thinking, like, what if these doors close on somebody? And, well, there we go. So anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Are you looking forward to this? Are you excited? Were you kind of like, I don't really care, and then all of a sudden seeing this? Are you like, you know what? My interest is piqued, because mine certainly is. It has been from the very beginning. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it as always. Subscribe if this is your first time here, and I will see you guys with another video sometime soon. There's going to be a lot of news coming out of D23 this weekend, so hopefully I'll be getting something back up sometime soon. And until I see you guys, as always, be happy, be safe, be healthy. Have a great night. Bye-bye.